An essential insider negotiator has provided an update regarding the Clarity Act and the developments occurring behind closed doors on Capitol Hill. It is quite hopeful, revealing several previously unknown facts. I must discuss this with you. Cody Carbone, along with other cryptocurrency experts, asserts during testimony on Capitol Hill that for the United States to effectively pursue malefactors in the emerging digital financial landscape, the Clarity Act must be enacted. Upon reflection, this is entirely logical. I believe the law will be enacted. We will receive an update from Representative French Hill and other industry leaders regarding the Clarity Act, but we must prioritize the most pertinent material initially. This is the update from Kristen Smith. If you are not acquainted with Kristen Smith, that is acceptable. She serves as the president of the Solana Institute and is the former CEO of the Blockchain Association. She has been a pivotal negotiator in the cryptocurrency sector for an extended period. She stated that she has engaged in several discussions with individuals in the cryptocurrency industry who are expressing concerns on the advancement of the Clarity Act. While legislation is never assured, I firmly contend that a pathway exists to present the Clarity Act to the president. Discussions are currently taking place with Senate Democrats, Senate Republicans, the White House, the cryptocurrency sector, and other relevant parties. This is significant, meaningful work occurring daily. Daily in-person meetings occur among principal negotiators at each member level. If there were no belief that something could progress in Congress, it would not occur. Time is limited, and the Clarity Act is receiving much attention. We possess robust advocates on all sides of the political spectrum who seek to secure affirmative votes and accomplish our objective. She mentioned Senator Bernie Moreno, Senator Lummis, Senator Gillibrand, Senator Gallego, Senator Ulster Brooks, and others. Bipartisan collaboration is essential for transforming policy into legislation, and the Clarity Act embodies this principle. Currently, there are no significant unresolved concerns before Congress, as both parties are prepared to do the necessary efforts to secure a favorable vote. Industry advocacy has reached its highest level of strength and sophistication to date. We possess a pro-cryptocurrency coalition actively engaged in meetings, collaborating effectively, and maintaining a conducive environment. The most brilliant intellects in Washington, D.C. are all engaged in this endeavor. The individuals involved possess knowledge of the policy, technology, and political landscape. The sector has evolved, advocates are better organized, and Washington's comprehension of cryptocurrency has advanced. The political landscape remains advantageous for us. Active crypto supporters exist among crypto voters, and a political operation is effectively supporting champions with significant success. Notwithstanding public opinion, time is available. We possess 4 crucial weeks from July 13th to August 7th to advance this via the Senate. Sufficient time exists to prioritize the Clarity Act and advance its progression. We have encountered obstacles such as yield and other challenges, but leaders at the table have consistently devised innovative solutions to advance towards a favorable vote, and this determination will persist. A modicum of perspective. This industry has previously endured more formidable challenges: self-hosted wallets, midnight rulemaking, debanking, the Gensler administration, and continued developments. Challenging conflicts are familiar to us. When cryptocurrency chooses to participate, it possesses the endurance to prevail. Countless hours have been invested in this endeavor. This conveys information. Leaders in Congress, the administration, and the industry recognize the significance of this issue. The task merits completion. The moment is upon us. Frequently in Congress, deadlines necessitate compromise. The August recess constitutes a definitive deadline. Negotiators recognize the necessity for the bill to progress prior to that time. Discussions will persist, and agreements will be finalized. We have invested years to reach this juncture. The components are arranged appropriately. The task is in progress. Maintain concentration, maintain a constructive approach, maintain an optimistic outlook. States that I have never been more optimistic about our ability to do this. Currently, significant concerns persist regarding illicit finance, Section 604 of the BRCA, and ethical considerations. Will those issues be addressed? The cryptocurrency sector believes that we can successfully reach completion and get this enacted into law. Consider the impact of enacting regulation in the United States on our industry. This might initiate a worldwide competition and a comprehensive macro perspective about a regulatory framework that enables assets to transfer instantaneously throughout the globe via our preferred blockchains, hence enhancing the utility and value of that specific assets. I must present these clips to you now. This originated from a meeting on Capitol Hill. Cody Carbone discusses that for the U.S. to effectively engage with the emerging wave of innovation in blockchain technology, it must possess the requisite tools, which necessitates the implementation of the Clarity Act. This was an exceptionally poignant clip. We are also unable to pursue the tools. The tools facilitate the establishment of a more secure society. This year, we have confiscated over $1 billion in cryptocurrencies from Iran, which some individuals perceive only as a headline. Iran possessed $1 billion. For the first time, we were able to access their wallets and immobilize their assets. Tether has reportedly frozen over $300 million. What alternative technique can we employ to access an Iranian wallet and freeze the funds? That cannot be accomplished with dollars. Such actions are not feasible with conventional financial services. The knowledge of North Korea possessing approximately $1 million for nuclear weapons proliferation via cryptocurrency stems from our ability to trace these funds on the blockchain. Law enforcement agencies, in collaboration with blockchain analytics firms and public-private partnerships, utilize enhanced tools proposed in the Clarity Act to fortify their efforts. Increased international cooperation with the United States at the forefront is essential to mitigate the activities of malicious actors. This will aid in safeguarding against money laundering operations. It is difficult to contest that assertion. It was profoundly impactful when I initially encountered that. Please share your thoughts on that particular clip, as well as your opinions regarding Kristen Smith and her statements. I found it profoundly poignant, the various elements she assembled for us, emphasizing that we have 4 weeks remaining and are approaching a deadline, noting that typically events transpired just prior to the deadline. Here's another segment from the same conference featuring Cody Carbone rather than an interview. I will now proceed to play this 40-second clip. Excuse my profanity, but the authoritarian regimes are profoundly fearful of this. Currently, 98% of circulating stablecoins are backed by the US dollar. Individuals in Venezuela and Argentina experiencing hyperinflation or currency devaluation are fervently seeking access to the dollar, with US dollar-backed stablecoins being their sole alternative. The most effective instrument for national and economic security that the United States government possesses to ensure the dollar's status as the world reserve currency is particularly crucial as the BRICS alliance, led by China, promotes the digital yuan in Africa and other countries. The widespread accessibility of the dollar to millions globally is a significant advancement as we transition to a digital economy. Ensure that you disseminate this content. Please like and comment below. We aim to present this to a broader audience of exceptional individuals. I require your assistance to accomplish it. I am solely capable of generating the content. You are the one who appears and provides support. I sincerely appreciate your kindness, and I wish you an enjoyable upcoming weekend. Let us proceed with additional updates. Ripple is progressing towards clarity. Our Clarity truck is operating in DC, while Congress persists in developing transparent regulations for digital assets. The communication is straightforward. The Clarity Act will safeguard consumers, promote responsible innovation, and maintain U.S. competitiveness. Examine this. Ripple has a fondness for box trucks. Ripple box trucks are ubiquitous. Recall that in Las Vegas, there were numerous instances of these. I suspect these individuals entered the box truck and captured several photographs inside. Clearly, it cannot involve transporting individuals in the rear compartment. That may be detrimental. However, consider these images. A picture conveys 1,000 words. Ripple is exerting its efforts as an industry leader to accomplish this task. I believe that is a highly impactful photograph. Representative French Hill is now addressing the Clarity Act. This occurred today. Consequently, we must identify a method to advance this matter. Pro-innovation Democrats should collaborate with Republicans in the Senate to advance this bill, so fulfilling our commitment from last year to establish a definitive framework for digital asset innovation in the U.S. Innovation is continuous, and we desire its execution to occur in America, with American financial services enterprises at the forefront. We indeed do. Understood. This is titled, "Don't Count on the Lame Duck." I will refrain from providing an explanation. I will play the clip, after which I will provide additional context. I believe it is imperative that it passes the Senate by August 7th. Otherwise, the likelihood of it becoming law in this Congress diminishes significantly. Could it possibly advance you beyond the House during a lame duck session? There is some optimism among Democrats that this may be accomplished. Do you perceive that as a potentiality? I believe we should not regard it as a possibility. Lame ducks are entirely unpredictable. Depending on the outcomes of elections, they can either yield significant productivity or result in complete stagnation. As I mentioned, I believe this concept is thoroughly developed. It has passed via both Senate committees. The House has already approved it, and I believe the Senate must deliberate on it prior to August 7th. Understood. Allow me to briefly address the lame duck session. A lame duck session denotes a convening of a legislative body such as the U.S. Congress. Congress convenes after an election, but prior to the inauguration of the newly elected officials. This period encompasses current lawmakers, many of whom have either retired or failed to secure re-election. Typically, following an election, individuals are disinclined to accomplish tasks since they are either departing or preparing for new endeavors. Consequently, this represents a period of inactivity during which little progress is likely to occur on the opposing side. I aim to ensure accuracy for you. The Clarity Act is valued at 56%. This statement before the current context as Tom Lee expresses his views on the Clarity Act. I deemed it beneficial to include. Central banks aim to maintain inflation below 2%. If oil prices remain elevated, they will adopt a hawkish stance. Nonetheless, we are wagering on a swift conclusion to the conflict. The Clarity Act serves as the second favorable macroeconomic trigger. It is a significant matter. The significance of the Clarity Act is well acknowledged. It establishes a valid foundation for the proliferation of cryptocurrency in the US and enables financial institutions to develop. Regrettably, the market perceives only a 56% probability that the Clarity Act will be enacted this year. I have conversed with numerous individuals in Washington, including our own policy experts. The probabilities appear significantly elevated. The prediction markets are attempting to achieve equilibrium. However, I believe the likelihood of passage significantly exceeds 56%. However, it is evident that major financial institutions oppose this occurrence. Major financial institutions and emerging Catholic organizations are opposing the Clarity Act. Rick Elderman has just released a significant update. 95% of substantial financial institutions that currently do not possess Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency assets are intending to acquire them for the first time this year. Involvement from prominent Wall Street firms, including State Street, Invesco, and Fidelity, is evident in this matter. Concurrently, institutional investors are engaging with cryptocurrency in unprecedented manners. 95% of institutions that do not possess cryptocurrency indicate they will allocate funds for it this year for the first time. 3/4 of those currently assigned indicate their intention to augment their allocations. Simultaneously, SpaceX and AI IPOs are diverting focus from cryptocurrency towards emerging innovations. Will that be sustainable? It is unequivocally a double-edged coin. We are observing that individuals have not yet established a correlation between the underlying dynamics of cryptocurrency and the fluctuations in crypto pricing. I would want to address a few matters regarding it. When will the pricing align with the extensive construction we are discussing? That is the fundamental question, is it not? Many individuals regard the Clarity Act as the pivotal juncture. If this legislation is enacted, it will be perceived by many as the turning point, indicating that this is all that was required to fully engage the institutional marketplace, since the regulations will be unequivocal. Should the law fail or experience delays, a negative reaction is likely to ensue in the short term due to public disappointment over the loss of momentum. What are your predictions for the direction of the crypto market following the implementation of regulations? Regardless of whether it occurs this month or next year, the question remains, when will it transpire? What impact do you anticipate this event will have on these assets? Do you believe that speculative prices will persist? Do you believe that utility prices will increase when organizations, banks, and enterprises incorporate cryptocurrency and blockchain infrastructure into their operations? Consider the involvement of Walmart, Target, and Amazon in implementing stablecoin and blockchain payments, encompassing foreign exchange, derivatives, contracts, debt, and real estate transactions on the blockchain. You are referring to an astonishing sum of money. What is the speed at which that is recorded on the blockchain, and how rapidly will it affect the assets we possess? That is exhilarating to me. I desire to witness its emergence. I genuinely do. I eagerly anticipate. Despite the pervasive negativity, I must have a positive outlook. I presume they have invested thousands of hours in the Clarity Act to reach the conclusion and not leave it unfinished. Consider the repercussions you may face if you are the cause of the Clarity Act's failure. Indeed, that will be detrimental to all parties involved. Both parties perceive that the moment has arrived for America to assume a leadership role. Consequently, the Clarity Act is enacted. I believe it is satisfactory. We possess everything unequivocally. Understood. Update on the Clarity Act. French Hill asserts that the Clarity Act currently possesses sufficient bipartisan backing to facilitate the passage of revised wording anticipated around July 4th. Crucial meetings scheduled on about July 17th. The objective remains to achieve passage prior to the August recess. The forthcoming weeks may be crucial for cryptocurrency regulation in the United States. Thrilling. Very well, I shall conclude at this point. Wishing you a pleasant weekend. It is consistently a privilege to share this time with you. If you possess it as a shared comment, kindly do all of the following actions. I genuinely do. I appreciate your time. I shall see you in the subsequent update. Hello?